Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syafiq bin Sabri from SR1133B, and for the oral speaking, I would like to present it to you. The movie, the title is the Sunderland Till I Die. This is the documentary movie, the documentary about the football, which is the management, how they collaborate between the management, fans, and the football player itself. And the main character of this movie, the main character in this movie, is actually the actual person that in charge in the real football club, which is Sunderland AFC. You know, we have Martin Bain and Kevin Ball, which is the head manager and the assistant manager. And then we have some player like Ashley, Josh Maya, Simons, and Heinemann. You know, this documentary has been recorded. Has been written since 2018, which is they play in the Premier League last season, which is 2017, but they got relegated. And then what is the main point of this movie? What is the best the actual story? This movie is the story about the the whole management of the club, how they do, how they work, what's actually being in the part of the football history. See, Sunderland FC, it is one of the big club in England, which is in the UK. And then how they did after they got relegated from Premier League, they went to the League One, which is the second division in the England. And how they work between the players, the staff, the coaches, which is so interesting. I think it is so good to see how the big club manage their club. And for the most interesting part in that movie, how they blend the DNA of the club in their football, because in the world of sports, how successful the club is show how successful the city are. If you play for your country, how successful your football country, that shows how successful your country it is. Because there is something that stick to our mind. Because if you see the last last champion of the World Cup Championship, you see, which is France. France champion in the Champions League. Of course, France is one of the best country that you need to visit. How the best football they play, the country goes as well. And then how they blend their DNA, their philosophy of the football in their in the low level, like social league, like workers league, farmer league, how they blend the DNA, which is that is something that we need to do in our country. Myself, of course, we have a bad season of our national team. That is something that we need to take apart from that movie. And then the special technique that has been used in the movie, that I think was how they take the film in the actual game. If you see in the television Premier League, you can see just on the top of the stadium, just one view, and then when the people shoots, and then you see. But in this documentary movie, you was like you are one of the staff of the club. You are involved in the game. They record all they did before the game. What is the preparation of the stadium, of the PA system, and then the players, the staff, the coaches, how they prepare the kids, the football boots, everything you got to see in this movie. And then when the movie when the game, the match starts, they also records how the coaches interact with the player, how the fans singing the songs, singing the chants, and then how the player, how the player at the bench, and then the like a ball boy, all the stuff work. And then after the game, you got to see how they got to clean the stadium, and then touch up the field, the grass that actually rubbered off. And then you got to see everything about the game, which is something special, something that not all people can experience. But if you watch the movie, you are lucky, because it is something that very, very priceless. You cannot see what they did, because it very, very privacy. If you live in Kedah, you cannot go into the stadium and see what they did inside the stadium, because it is association privacy. And then the strong point that I feel in the movie, that I think it is good to our country, our country watch about this movie. I think was the how to pick up someone to manage something. The main movie is about Sunderland FC. Sunderland FC is a football club, and then they pick one of the best manager, which is the man itself very, very love in football, live in football. Then he know what he should do in football, what he can do to make football in Sunderland FC better. There is something that not the same way in our country, because if you see that our current minister, Peja of Perak, he didn't know nothing about sports. But that's why we cannot improve our sport in Malaysia. And then, as you can see at the Kedah FA also, the head of Kedah FA, which is Datuk Sanusi, he doesn't know nothing about football. He even don't know how to keep football. So that's why we have a very, very long level between our country and their country. That's why their country is the best. And then the value of this movie is when you are love in something, and then you put the right person in the organization, it will be the best. Nothing better than people that love something that they did. And then for the closing, I hope you also can. I hope this present can also interact you to watch the movie, because it is like football politic, football politic documentary. So that's all from me. Thank you.